to the Legends of Iron. I'm Jon Andersen. Meet my co-host, Nick Best and Akeem Williams. We're going to have some amazing guests on the show. Buckle up tight, because we're going to be talking about the shit you're not supposed to be talking about. We're going to be discussing anything and everything it takes to become a Legend of Iron.
Legends of Iron is brought to you by Muscle Mints. Muscle Mints is the creator of Carnivore Pure Beef Protein Icing. Beef builds muscle, and Carnivore is the world's #1 selling beef protein. Welcome to another edition of Legends of Iron. I'm Jon Andersen, and with me always, Nick Best. Akeem Williams unfortunately can't be here today. He is in prep. We have some fun stuff to talk about today. We've got the dates and a partial list of World's Strongest Man. It's the May 15th or 18th. Is that right, Nick?
Yeah, May 15th.
So they're shortening a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's 2
It's
days
a business,
for qualifiers,
man.
2 days for the finals.
It's a business, man, and taking days of production away saves millions of dollars. Unfortunately, can't say that's good for the athletes, but we've got a partial list. We're a partial list, and we're talking about who we think will be the top 5 of the partial list.
Right.
My man here is pretty good at predicting this shit.
Yeah, I do okay.
Well, before you even read the list, I just got to say, I haven't even seen the list, but I just got to say, Mitchell Hooper has got to be on that list. And I just can't imagine that he is going to be one that is, he's just getting better so much faster than everybody else.
Yeah, Mitch is at a whole nother level. And it literally something has to go wrong for him not to be at the top spot on the podium. But there's a reason why you do the contest. I know last year he tore a lot of the calluses off his hands and it left openings. So, but you got second last year. So we'll see what happens this year. But he's already won one. He's won every single major show so far. So, he's going to be tough to beat. The guy's just one of the freakiest athletes you'll ever see in this sport ever.
And freaky in multiple ways, not just physically, mentally. He's so sharp.
Oh, and tough. Oh my God. That man can suffer and just turn around, recover from it, and get right back to it. I've not seen anybody capable of that to the level that he is. Never. Tom at Myrtle Beach, Tom, the shield that they were using, Tom was probably that shield, probably the best in the world at it. And he started watching, Hoop struggle with it a little bit. And then Tom went, touched the other line, came back to the other side, started going, and thought he went far enough and just let it go. He probably could have went further. Yeah. Hooper saw that, went, oh, okay. And
let's take advantage.
Just started walking a little different and then let it slide down. He had it good and locked in, and he just kept taking steps till he got past, Tom's spot, and then let it go. So you can't count that guy out on anything, and he's smart. No. And he's willing to suffer. If you put a goal in front of him he thinks he can get to, he's going to get to it. So,
well, let's read this list, and then let's pick who we think our top 5 are going to be, which is not going to be an easy task.
Well, out of this list, it's going to be tough. So we got Thomas Evans, who has been invited. Nick Gardinione, and if I butcher that again, don't kill me. Love Nick. He's unbelievable. He's gotten so much better in the last couple of years. Look at the young crop of young strongmen coming in are really going to do some amazing things. Lucas Hatton, which there's not a whole lot Lucas is bad at. He's overhead and everything else. He's very solid. Tristan Hoth, who's going to be pretty good. He's from Canada. Bryce Johnson, who is another giant. That guy is, I think he's taller than Brian, maybe even taller than Thor. I think he's like 6'10", and he's well over 400 pounds. Mateusz Klijakowski, he's been second at World's Strongest Man before. He's been bitten by the injury bug.
Dude is
quite a bit,
man. Can move with the
nails.
best of them.
Oh yeah, he's quick and he can pull a bus and an airplane and everything else. So Evans from Africa, he's a strong kid. As he gets more experience, he's going to be a lot to deal with. A lot of natural talent there, and great guy, great attitude, fun to be around. Just a good kid. Matthew Ragg, he's also, I think Ragg's from South Africa, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am, sorry, bud, but he's strong as strong can be. I mean, great deadlifter, great overhead presser. He's going to be tough as well. And then, of course, Evan Singleton, who's got the tools to win the whole thing.
Evan, the thing with Evan is he's intense, and remember for a long time he was too intense for his body. And now he's learning how to balance that to where he trains and performs in a way where he gets the most out of that monstrous frame he's got. Because you look at him, he doesn't look like the traditional strongman. I mean, he looks like if you didn't realize he was 6 foot, whatever, 6 foot,
6'6" and 375.
He looks like he looks like he could be a guy that's 220. That's just a fucking good athlete.
Yeah, when you're a good distance away from him. But when you get closer,
if you can take the size away, because normally when you look at someone that big, that you can see, that's a big dude. But he's got the shape of a dude that's not a big dude, which is really, really interesting. You don't see that very often. Yeah.
No, you don't see that at all.
Massive arms.
Mm-hmm. He's just a really big, strong kid. He really is. I call him a kid. I think he's 33, 32, 33.
He's coming into his peak right now.
Oh my gosh. All he has to do is hit it on the head and go do what he's capable of doing. He's gonna win at some point. It's just
if he doesn't get hurt, if he can keep himself from getting hurt, I think it's just not if, it's when.
And he's got to keep from when he has a bad event, he's got to hold it together and finish the show full bore.
Yeah.
Like it's not even there, because he'll be surprised. If you make a mistake, you can still come back from it. So as he gets that down, I mean, dude's like unreal. He really is. But out of this group, I got to throw Evan in there. Up in the top 5.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pick him too. Obviously, we don't have Mitchell on here, but he's got to put him in.
Well, these are the first 10 that are invited. There's going to be 30 invites total. So these are just the first 10. Since we're just picking through these, I'm going to have to say Lucas Hatton is also going to be in the top 5. I mean,
he's just getting so much better so fast, and it's when these guys are getting better so fast, it's really hard to say how good they can be next time you see them.
Yeah, well, Lucas keeps getting better. His conditioning keeps getting better. Watching his training, I mean, he's riding the fan bike. I forgot what the damn thing's called, but he's riding that and then getting for a certain amount of calories, and then he's coming over and pressing a 400+ pound log for reps while out of breath. I think he's going to be ready. So it's going to be fun to watch. And I mean, Alec, the guy who's coaching him, keeps learning and learning and learning. And he's learning more about strongman itself, and his coaching keeps improving too. So it's going to be interesting to see all the way around. After that, Thomas Evans, another guy who could have easily been playing in the NFL. Is also real solid, real strong, real consistent. There's not a whole lot Evans is bad at either. Thomas is bad at either. So, those 3 right there are going to be, pretty tough to fight against at the top of that. Then it's kind of like take your pick, because Rag's unbelievable. Rag's also very, very good. I think Rag will probably be my 4th guy in there. I mean, the guy's back is like ungodly strong. But again, injury and mistakes do a lot to do that. And then I'm going to go on a limb and say Nick Gardenion, which most people aren't really aware. He just won the official Strongman games in the Open. And he beat a lot of guys that were really, really good. And he did it by being consistent all the way across the board. He was very well-rounded this year, and he's a really good athlete as well. And he's got the desire. A couple more years, he's going to be one of those guys that are going to be fighting in the top 5.
I was going to say, we're kind of seeing the birth of the whole new younger generation coming in right now.
Yeah, and a really good one at that. This generation coming in right now is going to dominate for probably the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Which is going to be good because the rivalries, they're going to be great friends as they're competing against each other. But when they're out on the course, the rivalries and stuff they're going to be able to get for TV and everything else it's just going to be a good
passing
time
the torch, man. The torch is going to start getting passed. It's kind of weird when it happens, but happens in every sport.
And then you got will Thor come if he gets invited? Will he do it?
Yeah,
don't know.
Yeah,
but Thor's first one was in 2011.
I mean, it's weird. Remember when all of a sudden Zajurnas wasn't winning everything, and then all of a sudden Brian Shaw came in, and it's like you just see the torch keep getting handed off to the next guy. Right now, it's like there's that couple of guys that are just passing the torch, and then pretty soon one will fall off and another one will rotate in.
Yeah,
Tom
and Hoop though got a lot of years left in them.
Yeah,
both of them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of. It's going to get the competition is going to get a lot closer. Let's just say that. And the guy that's the smartest going through this is going to be the one that can hold together. This is going to be a test of endurance. World's Strongest Man is becoming a test of endurance now more than anything because it's not just 6 events. It's not just 8 events.
Well, the Arnold is so heavy and so short. The World's Strongest Man kind of gives that opposite, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Right. So you got 6 events in the qualifying heats, 5 if you win your heat.
Yep.
You don't have to do the stone off, which is
helpful.
I hate to say this, and the guys are probably going to get mad at me for saying this, but it is your biggest talent ever invented. These guys going to utter failure doing stones on a 6th event.
Yeah. It really fucks them up for the finals.
It just destroys them. It destroys half their talent for the finals, unless they get lucky and like the guy's tacky doesn't stick and he only gets 1 or 2 stones. But when you get up into the double digits on the numbers, especially when you get to the last one,
you're not recovering. You're not recovering a couple of days from that.
No, all you're doing is guaranteeing you're probably not going to make it further than 4th or 5th if you're lucky.
The post-cheer team's only got so much to give,
Yeah. So, but they'll have that the first and then the second day, and then the third. They got to turn right back around and do the finals. Like traditionally, we had like 4 days, 3 to 4 days off in between the two, and then you still did the qualifying heats over like it was 2 days. You had 1 day at 2, 1 day at 1, another day at 1, and another day at 2. Yeah. And then that's gone down to 3 and 3. Everybody's done. So that's 2 days. And then there's supposed to be a day off in between. Then you do the finals. But it looks like this year, by the way the dates are set up, unless I read it wrong, it's going to be 2 days qualifying, 2 days finals. So it's going to be an endurance fest. Who comes in the best condition? Maybe not necessarily even the peak with strength. It's going to be who can peak recovering the fastest from each event, which might be a whole different philosophy with training for it.
Yeah.
So, because you're going to have to outlast everybody.
Well, it's going to be interesting for sure. And it's right around the corner. And there's out of this current list that just got released, there's our pick for the top 5. And everyone, the sport of strongman is grown a lot, but it has so much more room to grow. So the more support we give it, the better off it's going to be. So,
for sure.
Do everything you can 100%. To support, especially this contest, but all contests in the community. because I mean, other parts of the world, a lot of people don't know it's huge. It's massive. And to have it be like that in America, well, would be amazing. So
Yes, it would.
yeah.
Definitely.
Well, that being said, everyone, thank you for checking us out. We're always here to try to help inspire you to the best you, and we will see you next time.
Legends of Iron is brought to you by Muscle Men.